What up, dude bros? I'm Frank. This is a video review of the Nerf Zombie Strike Contractor. The Contractor is an 8-shot cylinder-fed, spring-powered pump-action blaster in the Zombie Strike line. Let's get into it. Included is the blaster, darts, instructions, and batteries that come installed. External overview of the Contractor, starting up at the front. There's no in-strike barrel lug on this one. We have something of a front iron sight right here, and up top we have an in-strike tactical rail right here. This is the only rail and the only ounce of tactics on the entire blaster. Below that is the cylinder. This is an 8-shot cylinder. The cylinder does not pop out of the blaster like in a strong arm. It's loaded in place. There's a little indentation in the shell right here and over here to load one by one, which means you load a single barrel, then move the cylinder, load a single barrel, move the cylinder. Because of this, it's not a very fast blaster to reload. And again, the capacity of the cylinder is 8 darts. Below the cylinder is the priming handle, which is this whole red unit here. It has a really strange appearance, but it's actually not uncomfortable at all. The prime action itself is pretty smooth, and the strength required is in line with other blasters on the market right now. And this blaster has built-in lights and sound effects that activate on the prime and the trigger pull. Moving back to the trigger pull is pretty standard. This blaster does have slam fire. And now down to the grip. Overall, it's a fairly comfortable grip, but it doesn't feel ordinary. It's a little unusual. The grip angle is extremely vertical. There's almost no forward cant at all. So it feels a little bit strange. It's not uncomfortable, it's just a little different. But I think the size will be welcoming to a young, small hand as well as a large adult hand. And on the left-hand side of the blaster here is the battery tray. It includes the AAA batteries to activate the sound and the lights, but if they die, that's how you replace them. The batteries are not required for the functionality of the blaster. It only activates the audio and the lights, which are totally unnecessary and purely cosmetic. So that is an external overview of the Contractor. Let's see it fire. Using green Nerf Elite Zombie Strike darts. Now slam fire. Operating the Contractor went as expected. I did not have any jams or malfunctions with this blaster. To compare this blaster to others, I put it up on my chronograph and achieved an average velocity of 62 feet per second firing Nerf Elite darts, which is under the 70 FPS par that we should expect out of most Nerf blasters on the market, so it shoots a little soft. That's the objective information I can provide on the Nerf Contractor. Now to my personal opinion. Overall, the Contractor does as expected. I didn't have any jams or malfunctions, and the firing performance is a little slow, but not terrible. So there's no objective reason to avoid purchasing this one. However, I'm not really impressed with this because I'm not really a Zombie Strike guy. This is very gimmicky. I believe Nerf is targeting a younger, less competitive, less serious Nerfer with this one. And for that market, you know, it's fun. It lights up, it makes noises. If you're into that kind of thing, the blaster works well mechanically. But it's a rather large blaster with a capacity of only 8 rounds. And having only one barrel exposed on each side, as opposed to an open cylinder which you can access multiple barrels, means reloading is more cumbersome. It takes more time. If you're just plinking and derping around, it's really not a big deal, but if you're more into the competitive Nerf scene, this blaster really doesn't offer anything. But if you're really into the cosmetics of your blaster, this one does look pretty cool, along with most Zombie Strike blasters. It's got pretty cool, unique texturing throughout, fancy lights, cool audio. If you're into that kind of thing, check out the Contractor. But there's no on-off switch to that audio, so if you don't like the noise, you just have to pull out the batteries. But if you're not into the noise, audio, and cosmetic, you might go buy a strong arm. It's kind of the same thing, but much smaller and more practical. So hopefully I've laid out all the information to aid you in an educated purchase decision. If you'd like to buy a Contractor, I'll put a purchase link in the description box below. That concludes this video review. Thanks so much for watching, bros, and as always, stay tactical.